It'd be nice if I unmute the damn thing, but anyway, 1 2 1 2.
I hear you.
There we go.
It's a go Tigers.
Go Tigers. I feel like eating some bacon. I got some bacon in the refrigerator. I should fry it up. Because why
too.
not, right? Eating that pig suey.
Well, I'm eating pork sausage tonight, so.
There you go. I said it in someone's live stream early on Twitch. I was in this guy's a Kansas City fan. And I said, tonight we're eating bacon. Tomorrow we're eating cheese. Because of the cheeseheads of Green Bay. I have no idea what you're talking about, Philip, but sure. Well, I don't know. I just don't like Coach Dion. Because CBS Sports headquarters will literally play his entire press conference, and he's talking about how the white man put him down. And I'm like, what the hell's that got to do with your football team, bro? Seriously. Like, why you got to bring racism into your football team? Like, what the hell? So I want to be interested in what he says tonight. High football. I don't even know the final score. And he probably got his ass beat. So
who's that?
Coach Dion, Colorado. Oregon beat the crap out of him. I don't even know what the score was. I heard Oregon blew them out of the water. Now, Colorado got like 3 or 4 of their best players injured, so whatever. But Coach Dion got his 3 press conferences. He's bringing race into it. He's bringing this into it, and that into it. And, they want to keep us down. I'm like, it's a football game. What the hell? The referees are actually giving them calls. So, but the hell with Coach Dion. They probably won't even show his press conference tonight. I'll be surprised if they will.
How you doing, Philip Blair? Doctor Who, what's up?
Like when Alabama lost last week, and they showed Nick Saban's entire press conference. And I'm like, why am I watching this shit? They probably won today because I don't see Ole Miss Bama. So Bama probably did win today, but whatever.
The Oregon Ducks, man, they got the ugliest uniforms in college football. Black and orange.
Well, they got variations.
Halloween. That's trick-or-treat colors.
They use variations of like black, green, and silver. And on certain
green. Okay. I thought they were black and orange or something at one time.
They might have a variation of that. Now these teams, they play in like 5 different jerseys combinations a year. They got the home, the road, the homecoming one. They got this one. They got I think last year, the year before, they did do a Halloween themed for Halloween. They played on Halloween night, and I think they did do orange and black.
This is like 15, 20 years ago I'm talking about.
Houston a couple of weeks ago, their jerseys are red and white, and they were honoring the Houston Oilers, so they turned their jerseys into blue and white. And I'm like, and it's looking sort of like a Tulane kind of variation of the Tulane colors, light colors, but so.
Well, yeah, Alabama 24, Ole Miss 10.
That's it? Huh.
Yeah.
Well, they did change quarterbacks. So yeah, that's thing. But Alabama was ranked number 13 in one poll. We're 12, 13 in the other. They said it was the first time in 15 years or so Alabama's been outside the top 10. And I'm like, well, they should have dropped a lot more with that loss. But, Kirk MVP.
It might be the green I was thinking of instead of black.
Kirk MVP.
Black.
That's a guy on Twitch, Elvis.
What's up, Elvis?
There's a guy named Kirk MVP on Twitch. If that's who you're talking about, I don't know. I don't know if anybody I don't know. Do you see anybody with that? I set the parameters for 2 hours tonight, so you have to be subscribed for 2 hours. Just because I don't want these random idiots coming up in here and saying, oh, you got lucky, and I don't want to deal with that shit. Elvis hates Twitch. So, but there is a Twitch guy that's named Kirk MVP. He comes to Stony streams all the time. And there's one quarterback MVP that's a Vikings fan, so I don't know. I think Elvis probably registered the name Kirk for MVP. He chatted you on Twitch tonight. I wasn't on Twitch tonight. I was on Twitch in the daytime. I don't remember him Twitch. How do you know he? I thought you don't go on Twitch, Elvis. There was only one stream. I don't remember him chatting. He might have in Stony stream this morning. He is a Vikings fan. I know that. That's the only. Well, no, I was in Schmidt. Schmidt Happens Twitch stream. He's a Kansas City fan, so I was only in 2 Twitch streams today. That's interesting. Elvis is now on the Twitch side. He has joined the dark side. Good. It's where I make my millions and millions of dollars. You know, Cajun's got a Twitch channel. If they let him back on Twitch,
they ever let me log in.
That's why Treasure Woman could stop this. I got her up to like almost 40 followers on Twitch, and she couldn't log in. So she's like, I'm done. I can't do it. I'm like, every time, like, what the hell? No, you still at 15. I don't, but I just made an account to follow. Well, I hope you follow me on Twitch then. You don't, but so who will you sit? So were you finally sitting in Stony stream? I wasn't giving Stony that much shit today, though, honestly. But tomorrow, watch. When the Vikings are streaming, he's going to be doing... Stony does his live stream from like 9 in the morning to like 5 p.m. generally. He'll be streaming, have no idea the Vikings are getting our ass beat. Just like, yeah! I'm like, you know. I don't know. Well, you can follow Cajun Coin Hunter at twitch.tv/Cajun Coin Hunter, all one word. Mine is FieldGuy0316. So, somebody followed me the other day and started spamming. The other night, my live stream, they were spamming, do you have a hatchet? Can I borrow it? And I go, okay. Well, you need to follow me on there to know that I'm streaming. Because most of the time, Elvis, honestly, most of the time I just do rain streams in the middle of the night. I mean, there are times where I do play games. But the thing is, on Twitch, your videos only stay up for 2 weeks. And then they go down. Yeah, he was like, do you have a hatchet? Can I use it on you? I'm like, okay, that's done. That's what he was typing in the chat. He's like, can I hit you with a hatchet? And I go, okay, you're done, folks. Like, he followed me just to spam me. Because I'm like, the guy's name was Online Entity, and he had a picture of the white mask with and I'm like, yeah, he's a spammer. Because you can't spam on Twitch like you can on YouTube. You can't generally do that. But, yes. So, like the other night, after I did my YouTube stream, I replayed the YouTube stream on Twitch, and I had I had about 4 or 5 people in there. Twitch just takes them down for security reasons. If you pay for it, you can keep them up there for 3 months. But yeah, after 2 weeks, the videos get deleted unless you export them to YouTube. So.
Now, how do you refresh it or something to keep it up there for an extra week or something?
What do you mean, the video?
Yeah, on Twitch, your live stream.
Oh, they stay up for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, they expire. They get deleted. But
so you can't refresh it and make it last another week?
No, I mean, if you pay for it, you can keep it for 3 months. You can clip it. If you clip sections of the video, it stays forever. And then when someone does a shout out, but you can take your videos from Twitch and you can export them to YouTube. You can download them to YouTube because I've done that before. Of course, you won't get credit for watch hours on on YouTube by doing that. But Yeah, Twitch. After 2 weeks, they just boop. It says expires, and yeah, they just don't stay up. Probably for security reasons, but I don't really know why. I don't know. I don't know all of Twitch's grand plans. I used to export them. I went up to like Twitch, whatever. I don't know. Hey, Twitch may be junk, but they pay me. That's all I'm saying. They pay me ad revenue because I'm affiliated on Twitch. It only took me 2 weeks. So, hey, but if they let Cajun in, I'm boy. I'm gonna have to boycott them. I'll say, you need to let Cajun in. Come on now. I don't know why they won't let him in the damn what you call it.
Yeah, we'll get together in a day or two, and I'll try to get on it. We'll see what's going on.
Yeah.
I tried to, send me an email, forgot password or whatever, click, and never got an email from, to reset.
Sometimes you might have to do it more than once. I don't know. But
I did it like 5 times. That's when I was live. You remember I was live in your panel on Twitch?
Yeah, no, I remember that. I don't know why
I couldn't log in, and I did that like 5 times, trying to get an email to reset my password, and it never would come through.
I wouldn't know why it would, do that. But yes, today we eating the bacon. Tomorrow we eating the cheese. The bacon cheeseburger. I might order that tomorrow. Bacon. After we beat the crap out of the Green Bay Packers, I'm gonna order me a bacon cheeseburger.
I love me some Conte cheese. That's some French cheese.
Oh yeah, no, it all works. It all works out. Mm-hmm.
Got a crust on it. I like that crust on Conte cheese.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Pretty good. I've eaten it before. When I was doing deli stuff, I always was tasting stuff because they were like, oh, and if somebody asks you, take a piece out of whatever, and some things I didn't like, and they were like, oh, take a piece out of this, taste it in case someone asks you, how does it taste? What's the thickness? Sometimes I just make shit up and go, oh, it's really good, and they'd buy it. I had a lady that used to smell all the stuff. She would smell it. I'd give her a piece, and she'd smell it. And she'd smell the meat. I'm like, can I have another one? I'm like, are you going to buy it? And she start smelling it. I'm like, yeah, I can't have you smell all the meat and the cheese. You could taste it and see how it tastes. And if you want to, because we give them free samples at the time. Here's a little piece if they want to buy whatever. And some people would just come up in there and say, I want to taste this. I want to taste this. And there'd be like 10 or 12 I'd have to cut pieces of and give it to them. And I think they just wanted a snack or something. And they wouldn't buy anything. So we had to tell them, okay, we can only do it 3 times. After 3 times, you have to make your mind up. Because they can't keep taking all this stuff.
When I was in Arizona, they had, I forget if it was Safeway or Fry's. When you walk in the door, they give you a little pamphlet. Okay, it's like and you unfold it, like a travel brochure, but they had coupons and stuff in it. And the New York strip, it had $2 off a pound, and then something else. They did all kind of stuff in that brochure. So I knew the butcher over there. And he's ate at my house before because he loved Cajun food. We had met in the store. And so I went, he was the guy cutting the custom cutting your New York strip steaks for you. So what he would put like 3 or 4 steaks on there for me. I said, give me 4 steaks. And I said, you coming to the house and eat when you get off. He said, oh, okay. So what he would do, he would print the label, and he'd add like 3 more steaks on it in the pack. The label was already printed. So, boom. So I figured out with my coupon and discount, I was getting New York strips for 95 cents a pound.
Yeah. I
They
used to
were
do that
on
for some
sale.
people.
They were on sale, and they had what they call a fire coupon,
Mm-hmm.
a burn coupon, a fire coupon, or something for an extra $2 off. And it was like $4.99 a pound. Beef is cheap in Tucson, Arizona, and milk that's cheap. Pork is more expensive in Arizona than it is in Louisiana, by about like 80 cents a pound. You know, $1 a pound more in Arizona than what Louisiana
All right,
is.
Elvis.
But Arizona's cheaper than Louisiana on beef, but we got them beat on pork. But anyhow, I was paying like 95 cents a pound with all of that for New York strip. That wasn't bad. I had a freezer full of New York strip because I would do that. I would go 3 times to the register. You was only allowed 1 coupon. But I'd go in the store 3 times a day when my buddy was working there. And I was getting, oh man. And then they had to sell like $1 for a pineapple. A big old pineapple, $1. Man, and then you bought like 3 pineapples, you got a free cutter, you know, pineapple core. Free, and heavy duty too. You got a coupon for that. Free. You buy 3 pineapples for like $1 a piece, you get the free core. I'm like, all right, this is cool. Man, I was fat, dude.
Yeah,
I was a buck 85.
Yeah, the Saints play the Packers tomorrow at Green Bay. Bills play Washington. Washington's 2-0. Washington's got a good team now. So that might be a close game. Yeah, Saints play at noon. I'll flip on the. I'll rig the other TV in the front room or to watch the game because it's on Fox. It's not a CBS game. If it was a CBS game, I could just flip it on Paramount Plus and watch it there. But I'll have the game on. I'll probably be up at 6, 7 in the morning. Go to the grocery, get some snacks, get some more TV dinners and whatnot, and listen. The pregame usually comes on at 8 o'clock. They do the pregame. They do countdown to kickoff from 9 to 10, and from 10 to 11 they do the other show. And about 11. 10 from about 10 to about 11:30. 11:30, they do the Mike Hoss comes on with Deuce, and they do the actual right before the game, the updates and stuff, and then they kick off. So we got that going on. So we're gonna be 3-0 after tomorrow because I don't see it. I don't know how the Falcons beat the Packers last week by 1 point. I don't know how the hell they did that. There's something wrong in the water. The Falcons are 2-0 and the Bucks 2-0. I don't know how the hell that happened. Baker Mayfield is trash. I mean, of course, Baker Mayfield beat the Vikings. So, I mean, when you play crappy teams, you're going to get a W. It's just how it is, I guess. But a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But I'll have that game on. I'll be watching that game. Then I'll have I put the TV down, the sound down, and I flip up the radio, Saints radio. And daytime it comes in pretty clear. I mean, at night, daytime you pick up 5. It goes through 5 states in the day, 38 at night. Because nighttime they don't have the solar flares and such, So they can. It goes through. Transmissions go through deeper. And usually they used to go through. If it was a night game, they used to go to 1 a.m. doing the post game. Last week the post game ended at midnight, so they didn't do it long enough. They did about an hour and a half, 2-hour post game. Usually it's 10 hours. So if they start the pregame at 8, then the game ends at 3. They'll probably do a postgame to about 5, 6 o'clock. But they cut it down by an hour now. So it's only like 9 hours. So they usually do about 2.5 hours after the postgame. But they used to call the station all the time. They don't pick up when I answer anymore. I used to call them all the time. Or they'll pick up and they go, all right, now put me on hold for 3 hours. They go, hey. And then they'll end the damn thing, and I'll be sitting on hold. I'm like, what the? Really? So I stopped calling them. Just for that thing. But I got to look up the stats for the LSU game. But LSU played pretty good. Good enough to win. They got that W, and that's what matters. Where's Grumpy Grandpa? He needs to be
I don't know. I wish he'd show up, though.
Why is that?
Hell, I ain't seen him in a while.
He was here the other day.
I didn't see him, though.
Yeah, he was in the live stream. I know.
Oh, you talking about Stan Ron? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm mixing it up with Grumpy Stack.
Oh no, I haven't seen Doug either in a while. I talked to him on Facebook. He goes, "I've been really busy." So
He's making money.
I just haven't sent him the link lately because he's like, "Oh, I'm getting ready to go to sleep." So that's why I haven't. I could see if he's up. He's probably sleeping around this time.
Let's send him the link. It might 10 o'clock. Yeah, that's early to me. 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but he goes to sleep pretty early. Well, like last time he was in the bathtub. He hadn't even been on. Honestly, I haven't even seen Doug on even on Scotty's stream lately. So I'll see if he's up. I'll send him the link, but. He's active on Facebook right now, so I'll see if he wants to come in. I'm sure he'll probably say something. I don't know. Come on. Yeah, he's active. Oh, come on. There we go. Link has been sent to Sir Grumpy of Stackus.
That'll work.
But I can't promise you he'll pop on. He might be getting ready to go to sleep or something. But we'll see.
I'll tell you what, man. It was a nail biter during that second quarter, man.
Well, everybody said the game was going to be close. I figured it was going to be close.
Yeah. Well, they rivals. That's their LSU's number one rival is Arkansas.
I would think number 2. Alabama's the number 1 rival.
No, Arkansas is number 1 because of that boot trophy.
Well, I kind of know that, but Wikipedia has it Alabama 1, Arkansas 2, Ole Miss 3, which I don't think Ole Miss is 3, but yeah. But it's right up there with that true rival.
Yeah. Well, Wikipedia, anybody can put what they want on there. I could add a correction to that.
I won't write on that. LSU has been undefeated since 1906. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Well, really, LSU has 4 championships in football, and they have 4 unclaimed. Like the year that USC and LSU split it. USC won it in 2011, but there was one writer that voted LSU the national champs in 2011, but LSU decided not to claim it because they have unclaimed championships in the 30s, 40s. They have one in the 60s, I think it is, and 2011 is the last one. So because anything outside the AP, like defunct, there's one called Wagaman. It's not even around anymore. It was around for like 40 years. They claimed LSU the champ in 1934. And they had an undefeated record. And LSU they never claimed them. LSU could claim those and have 4 more championships. They could be up to 8. But they were
05 or when was it that we won the championship and they said Ohio should have got that because they were undefeated, but it went by points. It didn't go by undefeated. It went by points.
I think that was the year we lost. I think that was the year we lost.
No, LSU was named the champion. We won the championship.
Yeah, I think that was the year we beat Oklahoma, maybe, or that might have been the year we lost 2 games, and they said, well, Oklahoma. That's why they changed all of that.
They say Ohio State should have got that because of the fact that they were undefeated, but it don't matter if they had an easy schedule, played against some non-conference teams or something like that. That they didn't have the points because there was go by the point system to get up there. They had undefeated teams that that didn't go that far. Just because you're undefeated now in the NFL, you're undefeated. Yeah, if you go undefeated the whole way, you win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, they changed the whole. I got the college playoff, but yeah,
it's not the BCS Bowl no more.
2011, when USC won the championship, one writer declared LSU the champion, but LSU said, "Well, we're not going to take that." There was a year, one of the years, LSU 1958. There was a writer that voted another team the champion instead of LSU. But LSU claimed that championship because they won the Sugar Bowl. Another team was undefeated, so they claimed that part thing. But really, it's just, go Saints this week. Okay. I see how it is. I see it, Elvis. All right. I see how it is. You want us to beat the Packers. I don't know how the Packers lost to the Falcons last week. That's just disturbing. But don't worry. It's like I said. Tonight we're eating the bacon. Tomorrow we're eating the cheese. We're getting all the it's just weird that it works. I said that on Twitch, and somebody was like, "No, that makes."
And I got both. I got bacon and cheese.
Yeah, I got
bacon. I ate bacon this morning. Me and Johnny Best. Johnny spent the night last night, and he got up, and I heard a noise. So anyway, I got up. I had to take a leak anyway. So I went to the bathroom, and I came in here and I saw Johnny sitting at the table. I was like, "Coffee's on?" He said, "Yep." He said, "I already had I'm just getting finished my first cup." So he hadn't been up for a while, long. He hadn't been up awake for long. So I woke Missy up and told her, I says, "Me and Johnny's up." He said, "Okay, what y'all want for breakfast?" Well, she come in. "What y'all want for breakfast?" This was later though. "What y'all want for breakfast?" I said, "Johnny don't eat soft eggs. Runny eggs. Dip your toast in the yellow." Oh yeah, I love soft eggs.
Yeah, that's
he likes them scrambled, or just break the yellow and spread the yellow around the white and then flip it over.
I mostly eat them scrambled, but I eat them fried scrambles or with the yolk out. Like if I have some toast, dip it in the toast or dip it in the bacon and kind of make like a little mini sandwich. I like to do that.
Yeah. But what he'll do, he'll put an egg or two in the pot, bust the yellow, spread the yellow around, flip it over, and make a sandwich like that, or scramble and make a sandwich. That's how Missy does it. Now we had sausage, breakfast sausage, bacon, and egg sandwich. So we got our belly full this morning.
Oh yeah, I got a half thing of bacon in there.
I think I only got about that much, but 3 slices, but they thick.
There's always bacon in my fridge, generally, for one reason or the other. I rarely eat it. Every so often, I'll eat some bacon, but I should have started off the live stream. Hey, look what I'm eating, Arkansas. That's some good pig. They going home without that boot.
Oh yeah, we ate the bacon, sausage, and the boudin.
Yeah, that's some good stuff there. I don't know who their quarterback is, Elvis, for the Falcons. I have no idea. But that when we play the Falcons, we're gonna kick their ass. So we got the top. The Saints have the number 4th ranked defense in the league, which is surprising to me because I thought we'd be number 1 because we've given up less than 20 points for 10 straight games. And I don't see Jordan Love getting 17 on us tomorrow with our, now we got to play in Green Bay, but it's not going to be snowing. I think it's going to be in the 40s or the 50s. It's going to be nice. So that's the one thing we got is, I know Williams is going to be out because of his hamstring, so he's not playing. I think he was the only one ruled out. I think. I have to check the injury list. I think he was the only person ruled out for the Saints. The Packers had, I think, 3 players out. But nobody I've ever heard of, so it's insignificant. But, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what, that Daniels boy, he got an arm on him. He's accurate.
Last week he was 31 of 34 for 320-something yards, 2 touchdowns, rushing and passing. I don't know. I didn't look up the stats tonight, but the only game he didn't really do good in was the Florida State game. I think he was like 18 out of 40 or something. But, you know, Jalen Daniels, he came back to LSU for his senior season. So he might win the Heisman if he keeps it up.
So he's a senior?
Yeah, he transferred 2 years ago from Arizona State. Hey, Hunter, how you doing?
Okay. Hey, Hunter, what's up, mon ami?
He came from Arizona State, so he played for LSU last year. So, yeah, he's a senior this year. So just last year, because LSU's got like 3 or 4 top quarterbacks still on the roster. Nussmeier's still there, and they got this other guy they just recruited. One of them went to that guy TJ Finley. He was with LSU 3 years ago. 2 years ago. Then he was the Auburn starting quarterback last year. Then he transferred. Now he's with another team. Now he's with I can't remember the team. Now he's with another team as the quarterback, and I'm like, because NCAA rules, you can only be on 3 teams. So he's like, okay, if this goes well, I want to go on another team next year. And they were like, no, you can't do that. He goes, well, red shirts can do that because he was a red shirt quarterback. So they were like, all right, well, so he's thinking about going to another team next year. Like he won't. I think I can't remember the team, like a Division II team he went down to. I think like Western Carolina or something, or but he's going down.
Why leave LSU to go to a lesser team, you know?
Well, he left LSU to go to Auburn, and he played for Auburn last year. And he played in the game against the Tigers. He was a starting quarterback. And then I don't think he got along with the coach. I don't know. I know LSU, he left because he was like 3rd or 4th on the depth chart, and he knew he wasn't going to play quarterback.
Oh, okay. That's why. He wanted to play.
So when he was Auburn, he left Auburn because of the coaches. And then he went to another team. Cause I noticed that recently. But it's like, what's his name? Decided to retire. The quarterback, he can't remember his name all of a sudden. He would have been his 6th year eligibility with LSU. He could have came back, but he said, well, I'm not going to play, and so I'm just going to hang it up. And, so he hung it up. Because Coach O was like, he was there with Coach O. Coach O was like, well, you're not going to play, so I don't know why you're staying. But he stayed anyway. He played a few times. But LSU gets all these quarterbacks, and it makes sense. They recruit like 10, 12 quarterbacks, and then they're like 10th on the roster. They know they're never going to get to play, so it makes sense to go to another team.
Yeah.
Now, back in the day, LSU, the teams they used to control. Okay, well, you can transfer, but you can't go to an SEC team. Well, the NCAA said, well, you can't do that. So now most of the quarterbacks that leave LSU go to SEC teams. Like tonight in the game, that Arkansas guy that picked off that pass in the second quarter, he played for LSU last year.
Okay.
They said he had 1 interception. No, 2 years ago he played for LSU. He had 1 interception with LSU. In the 2 years since he left LSU, that was his 6th interception. I can't remember his name, but he got that first interception in either the first quarter or the second quarter. And they said, he used to play for LSU. And he was a linebacker. I was like, But he was like, they were saying, he was like down on the depth chart. See, LSU, these college football teams, they get 120, 130, 140 players. And they trim it down to like 95 or something. So of course, they're going to have like 6 quarterbacks on the roster. I mean, if they're sitting there, they're wasting. You can only redshirt once, which means if you play 3 games or less, or if you get injured or something, you can only redshirt once. So, what's his name? That would have been his 6th year because he got injured. So he would have had 6th year.
I thought the red shirt meant that he was a freshman.
Well, you redshirt as a freshman, but you could also redshirt like if you get hurt.
Okay.
Because I think Harold Perkins, when he got hurt last year, the year before, he redshirted. Because there's a guy playing on South Carolina. It's just like his 7th or 8th year of college eligibility. He got hurt 2 or 3 times, and he kept coming back. I think it's like year number 7. And then he was like, well, I'm not really technically a senior because he wanted to play next year. And they said, well, no, because you've been here 7 years. I think you're a senior. He's like 26 or 27 because he kept getting hurt. So if you play less than 3 games, you can get a redshirt injury. You know.
I was watching that Jefferson guy.
Quarterback for Arkansas.
No, the Jefferson or Johnson for LSU.
Oh, yeah.
The quarterback for Arkansas, his name is I forgot his name now.
His last name's Jefferson.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, KC or KD Jefferson. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were saying KB or KC or something. Let him have the ball. There was the 2 announcers. On what I was watching. I had different announcers than you did, because you was listening to it on the radio. You had the regular guys from LSU there announcing, right?
Yeah, I was listening to the LSU feed. Chris Blair and Doug Morrow.
Yeah. Okay.
These
2 guys were thinking in the last 5 minutes of the game, they were thinking that Arkansas was going to let LSU score so Arkansas could have the ball back, but they didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't let LSU score because they wanted to put that football in their quarterback's hand, because that boy can throw, and he's pretty damn accurate too. That boy's got arms that big around,
Yeah. Arkansas had no timeouts left. They used them all in the 3rd quarter. They had 0 timeouts. That's why they couldn't stop the clock on LSU's last drive. They had no timeout. That's what I said. When LSU got the ball back with 5 minutes left, I was like, run the ball, run it. And then when they got it on the 10-yard line, it's like a minute and a half left. I said, quarterback kneel. Let the time run down. They can't stop it. Because if they would have kneeled it, first down, with a minute and 30 left, they could have ran the clock down to 10 seconds like they did. And they could kick the field goal out of it.
8 seconds. 8 seconds.
Well, it would have been 10 or 11, but they threw that pass. Honestly,
after the pass, it was 8 seconds. Yeah. But that Jefferson guy, the one I'm talking about, I forget his number. He is 300. He's on the defense. 317 pounds of solid freaking muscle. That boy ain't got no fat on him. None. He got some arms on him like that, and he's fast. He's the one did that sack tonight. You should have seen the sack.
I don't remember.
You should have seen that sack. That was one hell of a sack. He came out of nowhere. I mean, there was 2 guys trying to block him. He just ran right through them 2 guys like they were melted butter, whatever. And he come around and the quarterback did not see what was coming. But he didn't knock. He knocked the ball out of the quarterback's hand. And that quarterback's a big guy too. Okay, for Arkansas, he's a big guy, but this guy's bigger. And no fat, like I said. But the ball came loose on his way down, so naturally, he was the first one there to recover it. But if it had been knocked out, like right when Johnson or Jefferson hit him, LSU was there to pick it off. That'd have been a game changer right there.
Oh, they would have, no doubt.
Because they had 3 or 4 LSU guys around the quarterback. They just did this one here. He just came out of the back. I forgot I want to say Jefferson or Johnson, or I think it's Jefferson Johnson. Jefferson Johnson is his name.
LSU got a lot of players with Jordan, Johnson, Jefferson.
Yeah, well, this guy's a favorite. LSU. This guy's a favorite. So he's on the defense. Like I said, 317 pounds. For a college player, that's not unusual. But this guy's solid muscle.
The star player is Harold Perkins for LSU. He's the one that freaking got that damn. Arkansas was driving. and it was third down, and it was incomplete, and he got that quarterback, roughing the quarterback, and I was like, come on, what the? And then the next play is when Arkansas scored. Or second, I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah. Hey, I saw that. Okay, you were listening. I saw that. It wasn't even the second after the ball left the quarterback's hands that LSU was on it. Not even a second. They ought to have like a 2-second rule or something, you know, roughing the passer. That
Well,
wasn't
they like as soon as the ball's out of the hands, they figure, you know.
But he was in the air already. I mean, he wasn't even, his feet wasn't on the ground. He was in the air, you know, jumping at the quarterback. So,
like in the NFL, there's like a continuation rule, okay? Like because you can't stop. If you're in the middle of tackling somebody and the quarterback throws a ball, you're forward momentum, you're inertia. You can't stop.
Right.
So,
especially when your feet ain't on the ground.
It's not like you can dodge out the way and not hit them. They should be like, all right, if you're in the air jumping and he's still got the ball and you're in motion and you can't stop yourself and he's already got the ball gone, they ought to just wave that off and just say, okay, well, he can't do it. Like, what can you do in that situation? There's not really nothing you can do. But it's a ticky-tack call, you know.
I mean, it was because there was a lot of people in the comments saying, hey, that was a bad call. That was a bad call. Because they said, because I noticed it too, and they were agreeing with the way I was thinking.
Oh,
you know?
They will.
I still got the game up. I can go back. And rewind.
Oh, it'll be taken down tomorrow, probably.
Probably. It was Sunil Shah put it up. That was
a lot of eventually YouTube will go down and you know, they'll listen to my stream and go, oh, who put it up? Let's go take it down. I used to do that for the Saints games. I would put I'd go in the streams and I'd be in there 10 minutes and they'd take it down and they'd be like, okay, we're gonna put up another stream and they take it down. That's why I don't really, you know. I mean, I could have got it through the ESPN Plus. I
wonder if I could download this game, this live stream.
You can download anybody's streams, really. I mean,
and that way I could share the link with you, and you can watch it.
Yeah. Well, I still have the what you call it on the, you know. I mean, I didn't really need to watch. I mean, I'll watch it if I can, but I was just kind of like, Well, I had my eyes closed. I was kind of sleeping. I mean, I was listening to it, but I kind of, you know, I kept up for it. Because on the Twitter page during the game, they will show, just like the Saints game, you know, about a minute after it happened, they'll show the clips. Like if it's something, a penalty or something, they'll show it. Or if it's a touchdown, they'll show it. You know, like they'll say, touchdown, Carr to Johnson or whatever. But, yeah, somebody had the audacity in a Twitch stream today. And I said, go Team Taysom. And they go, well, what the hell has he done? And I said, wait, did you really just say what did he do? I said, hold on a second. Said he had 9 rushes for 76 yards. He went 1-on-1 in completions. I said, Taysom is the man. I said, tomorrow he's good. Because Taysom Green Bay is the team that drafted him or signed him originally. I said, come tomorrow. I said, Taysom going to have 200 yards. Total, whether it's passing, offense, rushing, you name it. I said, Taysom going to be the man. Now, Keandre Miller's going to be starting tomorrow. Him and Tony Jones. So Keandre Miller, the rookie from TCU, he's well enough from his hamstring.
What, like, is there a time limit like music? Like if I presented the replay for 4 seconds, is that?
Oh no, I get copyrighted automatically if you did it.
Oh, okay.
Automatically. It doesn't matter. I mean, you could play something for 10 seconds. If YouTube picks it up 2 years from now, like if they get their stream taken down, then they'll cite anybody that's played it. So.
Okay. Because I know music, you're allowed like 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you're working, like all these guys that are working on radios, electronic radios, like those tube-type radios, well, when they get the radio fixed, they play it. You know, they dial in the the dial, and they'll stop to see how it's coming in, in AM or FM, and it picks up 3 or 4 words of the song, the music and song. It's like 4 seconds, and then they do it again. They get away from that station and pick up the next one, and after they find a radio, after they line one up like it's supposed to be from the factory or better than factory, and they're going through the dial, and it's like a minute and a half of that, but the only music you hear is only like 3-4 seconds long, and I think it's 6 seconds that YouTube allows you because of something like that.
Probably. There's that song Fastball from Fastball, and in the beginning they're doing like a tuner thing, and you could hear like a Jewel song, you could hear there's 2 or 3 songs, but you only hear like one word. It goes by fast. But they got away with that. They didn't have to pay royalties on that because they said, well, it was only like 2 seconds. I mean, Elvis Carr sucks ass, but, however, I'm going to stay with Carr. I mean, I'm going to stay with him. But, I mean, after this week, Kamara comes back from his 3-game suspension. So, but you think that he would know the offense by now. It takes time. Maybe Gruden will come down there and say, hey, look, throw the ball forward. But, it doesn't matter. I mean, Carr's doing just enough. I mean, look at Brock Purdy with the 49ers. He's not the best quarterback in the world, but he does just enough, and he doesn't lose. In fact, Purdy's like 9-0 now. I think it is. 8-0 or 9-0 in his career. Or maybe 10-0. They had the graphic up last night. When I was watching CBS Sports HQ, they had the graphic up, and
how can I download this a live stream, a video? How can I do that? I forgot.
You hit the arrow thing, and it says download.
That's see an arrow up here on top, but that's for install YouTube.
No, the arrow's on the bottom, next to where the thumbs up, thumbs down is. They should have an arrow.
They don't. Thumbs
They might
up,
have
thumbs
changed
down.
it again.
Share. They got share.
Yeah, that used to be shared, download.
They got clip, save.
Yeah, download used to be in that section right there. They must have changed it again. YouTube's changing a lot of shit around. I mean, there's a guy that does the past LSU games. I can't remember his name. I think his name's LSU Mike or something. He plays the old games. It's always the wins from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. I watch that channel. He should do live streaming. But he only streams the wins. He's like, I don't want to stream a loss. Yeah, well. But, yeah, I'll probably get some good sleep tonight. I was just listening to the game. I was watching somebody. I got my eyes closed. I'm in the dark because it was partly cloudy. I don't know if it rained today, but I know it was really dark. So when it's really partly cloudy, I don't get no light in my room, so it's kind of dark. And I'm just got my eyes closed. I'm just listening to the game off the laptop. I didn't even plug the radio in. Now with the Saints game, I have to plug the radio in. Because you can't stream off a desktop. I mean, a laptop. Per NFL rules. It's got to be a desktop or mobile. Mobile goes through Verizon or I forget what thing is. But so, when the pregame comes on, whatever time I wake up, I'm usually up by 9 o'clock. I'm in Scotty's stream most of the time. Scotty fell in a paint bucket. He said I had a Hitler mustache. He's like, you're growing a Hitler mustache. And I said, no, I'm not. I said, but how my mustache is, it's gray on both sides, but in the middle it's still black. I said, I can't control that. I said, what the hell? I said, you fell in a bucket of paint. Apparently you fell head first. I said, hell. Don't be making fun of my mustache. I'm gonna be making fun of your dye job. Yeah. And I'll do that tomorrow too. But like, well, you gotta. And he goes, oh yeah, I got paint on my arms and this and that. I said, I'm not referring to your arms. I'm referring to the top of your head. No. So, no. But yeah, Saints gonna take care of the Packers tomorrow. It might be another close game. I said it would be like 28-17. And even if we win by 1 point, a W is a W. You know.
That's right.
So I don't care if it's 2-0, and it's 0-0 on the last play of the game. We get a safety and win 2-0. I don't care. You know. I don't know who the Vikes are playing tomorrow. Probably another shitty team. But, maybe they'll get a W tomorrow. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. I know I looked it up last stream, but I don't remember that stuff. Yeah, I guess Doug must have went to sleep because he didn't respond, so he's out. Let's see what the Vikings play tomorrow. Oh, they play. Oh, the Chargers. Well, the Chargers are 0-2. So it's the battle of the defeated. The battle of the defeated teams. So somebody's got to win that game. So, that's going off over there. So somebody's got to win that game. So you got an 0-2 versus an 0-2. So maybe the Vikings have a chance. Maybe. But Justin Herbert's still a good quarterback. So, I'm sure the Vikings will throw like 2 interceptions and fumble 6 times, like they've done every game. That's the difference between winning and losing, holding on to the football. Jefferson had that touchdown in that game. The ball got out of his hands right as he was crossing the pylon. So I don't blame him for that because he's trying to stretch out and get that touchdown. I don't never blame anybody for that.
Yeah, for the effort. That was a good effort.
Oh, yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. But, Burt Cousins not playing good this year. I think if the Vikings play the Giants, I think they could beat the Giants. There ain't many teams the Vikings are going to beat this year. I don't know. Hopefully obviously they can't beat the Buccaneers. So what chance do they have against the Panthers the week after? And then they got to play the Falcons. What chance they have against them teams? And they crappy teams. But the 0-2, the battle of the 0-2. Whoever loses that game tomorrow between the Vikings and the Chargers will be 0-3. They'll be sitting out the playoff race by a mile. 0-3 is not. It's not the biggest thing to overcome, but 0-3, 1-2 is a lot better than 0-3. But I'm gonna be keeping up that Vikings game now. Now, if I hear the Vikings lose to the Chargers, you might as well throw that red flag. You white flag, throw it out. Say, we done. No mas. No mas. No mas. We done. Pull a Roberto Duran there. No mas.
I had a buddy of mine that I grew up with, went to school with, partied with my adult life and all, my younger adult life. And he moved to Minnesota.
Yeah.
And he's a Saints fan, don't get me wrong, diehard Saints fan. But since he's in Minnesota, for most of his adult life now, owns a house, a nice freaking $1 million house over there. Because houses are expensive up there. $200,000 house down here is $1 million up there,
Yeah.
So, but then he's got, some corporate job or whatever. So He's a Vikings fan. Naturally, that's his state that he's been in for, like I said, most of his adult life. But he's a Viking fan until it comes the time when the Vikings play the Saints.
Then he's back on our side.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a good man. I think Elvis would respect that. Probably not, but he'd be like, "What? A Vikings and a Saints fan? Is that possible?"
Well, like me, I was LSU fan when I was in Alabama. I'm an Auburn fan. Okay, not Bama. I'm an Auburn fan. You know, War Eagle. You know, and they the Tigers also, Auburn Tigers. So anyway, I was Auburn fan, and until they played LSU, then I'm rooting for LSU.
Walk up in the stadium, yo, go Tigers! Oh, I mean LSU.
Quote unquote brother-in-law, you know, almost brother-in-law, over there. He was a Bama fan, and we had $100 bet.
Bama ain't going nowhere this year.
LSU and Bama, and then LSU beat Bama that year.
Oh, we always beat Bama. And ass this year.
And so I won that $100. He said, "Give me a chance to win it back." He says, "Your Saints team is playing this week. Tomorrow, your Saints team is playing one of my teams. Let's do $100. You know, another $100 bet. Okay." Saints won that weekend. I was $200 richer just off of watching 2 football games.
Like, okay, do you want to do double or nothing? Be like, you got that money? Be like, no, I need my $200. I got some stuff to buy.
And he gave me the 100, you know, from the LSU game, and I held on to that, and then we just had a different bet. You know, I kept the 100 in my. I mean, I was building framing houses for a big builder, you know, well-known builder. I was making $20 an hour. You know, so I was making good money. So I put that 100 in with my other hundreds in my wallet, and come Sunday after the game, I had another 100 to add to them friends.
Like, you know what? If I don't have to do any more framing houses, I said I just gotta keep betting you $100. I'm gonna win. Yeah,
I was making shit some weeks with some overtime, man. And they paid time and a half. This, you know, they was taking taxes. It was 1099. I think it was 1099. But we were getting paid overtime.
Yeah.
And they were cutting Social Security. I know that. They was cutting Social Security because they had to. A lot of the companies, they could 1099 their employees, but they had to take Social Security out. 1099 is just for taxes. Self-employment tax.
Well, there is no rules.
Contractor form is what it is because I was a contractor.
Yeah, when you're 1099. Yeah, independent contracts don't have to pay. You don't have to pay. They don't have to pay social.
Oh yeah, the company had to pay it for some reason. It's a LLC or incorporated or whatever, but they have to take out Social Security.
I know some of them don't for whatever reason.
They didn't have to take out taxes, but Social Security. Anyway, some of my checks, like I said, man, overtime, man, I was getting something like $1,700 weeks, you know, checks.
Yeah.
But if I worked on a Saturday for 7 hours, 6 or 7 hours, dude, that 30 times 7 is $210.
I know what it shows, Elvis. That's just YouTube. That's all. You know. Show 0 in chat. You're not counting apparently. So, I done said YouTube sabotage. That's just how it is. Just, you know. But Elvis, did you hear the part about the Saints and the Vikings fan that Cage was just talking about? There's a guy that grew up in Louisiana that moved to the Vikings. He roots for the Vikings. But when the Saints play the Vikings, he's a diehard Saints fan. So there's somebody out there that likes the Saints and the Vikings. That's a rare combination. So You know, it's good man though because he roots for the Saints against the Vikings. Good man. You know, gotta represent your home team. Now, how's that a traitor if he roots? How is he a traitor if he roots for the Vikings the rest of the season?
Yeah.
What if he goes to the game? There are people out there that do two teams, and they're not. It's not like he's rooting for the Vikings and the Packers. That would be an ultimate traitor. But so you're gonna tell this guy, hey, you rooting against my team for one game, but he represents for the other 16. But for that one game, he's rooting for the Saints. Nah, you can't call him a traitor. Can't kick him out the fan base for that. 99.9% of the time, he's rooting for the Vikings. So, you know, I mean, there's somebody I follow on Twitter. They list their top 4 teams: the Saints, the Dolphins, and then there's 2 other teams they like: the Bengals and something else. Only because the Bengals, Joey Burrow, and then Dolphins, I forget whatever reason. And there are a lot of Saints fans out there that root for Alabama, which I can't fathom why, but they do. Yeah, Deafness is just I don't even think Deafness is a Vikings fan. You know, he just lives in Minnesota and say, hey, by default, I got to root for this team. I don't even think he's a Vikings fan.
But wears a Cowboys hat, like Dallas Cowboys, or a cowboy hat?
No, he wears Dallas Cowboys hat on his live streams.
Oh, okay. All right.
And he lives in Minnesota. And he's like, I'm a Vikings fan too. I can't be more than one team. I'm like, yeah, but you always wear a Dallas Cowboys hat. Like, what,
Huh.
Although one of the last streams of his I went into, he wasn't wearing a hat. He just had the headphones on. So I don't know. I don't go on his streams a whole lot because he does betting streams. I don't know. You can't make a joke in his stream. He's like, I don't get it. What do you mean? Like, you cannot make a joke. Like, if I made the bacon and cheese joke, he'd be like, what are you talking about? What I don't understand. Packers and cheese, what does that mean? He wouldn't get the jokes. Like, I'm just like, okay. But I have his bumper sticker sitting here. Like the coin people do stickers, the card people do stickers too and stuff. He sent a big freaking bumper sticker. He was driving to a Vikings game wearing a Cowboys hat on live stream. Yeah, that's the Vikings and the Cowboys have a history there. You know, the Drew Pearson Hail Mary 75 knocked the Vikings out of the playoffs. I mean, them Vikings fans don't like the Cowboys. Now that was the ultimate missed pass interference call back in the day. They threw the flags too, but they just wouldn't call it. And that game was in the Met, if I remember right. Drew Pearson clearly pushed off in that game. But, Pete Rozelle was like, nah, we're going to give it to the Cowboys because, I think Pete Rozelle was more of a Cowboys fan than anything. Although Pete Rozelle started off his NFL career as the public relations guy of the Los Angeles Rams in the early 40s. And he did that until I think the 50s, and he did something else. Then he was voted commissioner in 1960. And he held on to commissioner until 1989 when he got that brain tumor. He retired. Then he passed away in like 95, I think.
I'll be back in a bit. I'm going to lean off the dock.
All right.
And get a little bit more lemonade. Freshen up the ice in it. Put a little more lemonade.
All that good stuff. Let's see. So I'd be like, Deafness, dude, you're going to a Vikings game. What the So as we got the commercial strolling on the screen right there, but we'll still let Cajun do his part when he comes back. But this lean off the dock moment is brought to you by Grumpy Stack Tires. By Stack. Grumpy Stack, that is. And, I did send him a message, but he's probably out cold. But we can't mention cheese and bacon around Grumpy because he's on that diet. And Grumpy's done something I've never done. But Vikings rivalry is the Saints. Yeah, that's y'all. If y'all want to be that rival, that's fine. We ain't no rivals with the Vikings. We beat the Vikings 27 times in a row. The Saints rivals are the Falcons, number 1. I'd probably say the Panthers 2, if you want to call it a rivalry, but it is sort of 50-50. Although we do now own the 29-28 lead, 30-28 if you count the playoffs, because we did beat the Panthers in the playoffs. I don't remember what year, but I know we did. And then the Buccaneers, number 3. Now, back in the day, when the Saints started in 1967, they were in the division with the Eagles, the Browns, and another team for a year. They were in the Century Division, and then they were in the Capital Division for 1969. And the Saints were in the same division with the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Redskins. And then in 1970, they realigned everything. Then it became the NFC West until 2002, where it was the Saints, the Falcons, the 49ers, and the Rams. Probably why I don't like the 49ers and the Rams still. But they're not under division anymore. And, the Buccaneers, I ain't got to talk about them. But, that was the best day ever. One of these days I'm going to run into Brett Favre. His house is only 20-some-odd minutes away. Kill, Mississippi, 20, 25 miles out, 30 miles, whatever it is. So, I got lost during Katrina and went right up his driveway. He wasn't there at the time, but, Brett Favre may be going to prison very soon with that Mississippi scandal, with the welfare checks and, they say he stole a lot of money. That's been going on for 3 or 4 years now. How
do you do that?
I forget it. Laundering money from, it was supposed to go to teachers or school or something. Like him, Ted DiBiase's sons. And there's a couple other ones. But, yeah, just type in Brett Favre, Mississippi. He got a bunch of money from the state of Mississippi for all kinds of stuff, supposedly. And instead of going towards where it was supposed to go to, it got filtered out, got spent, whatever it is, got put in IRA, whatever the hell it is. So the state of Mississippi's been putting the thing on him for about the last year or two, the attorney general. That's why you don't see Brett Favre anyway. He's in hiding. He's like, I'm done. Wrangler took his commercials off, so you don't see his damn commercials anymore. All you gotta do is type in Mississippi welfare scandal or whatever, and Brett Favre's name pops up. He's like the top co-defendant. It's just not him. It's like him. It's Ted DiBiase Jr. and his son. It might be Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man himself, for all I know. And there's like 30-some-odd, 40-some-odd people that they got in this sting. So, yeah, it's, getting all that money, sticking it in their damn pockets. Supposed to go to the teachers and shit. And just, Walltown best. Who that, baby? Who that? Go Saints.
What's up, Walltown? How you doing, mate?
Tell Miss Walltown I'm sorry we're going to have to defeat the Packers tomorrow, but I'm sure she understands. You might not get any tomorrow because of that, but it's a risk you have to take. So, like I say, tonight we eating the bacon, tomorrow we eating the cheese. Put them together, you got your bacon cheeseburger, which I might get a bacon cheeseburger tomorrow just to celebrate, when the Saints whoop that ass. So, Packy's whack. But, sorry, Miss Walltown, I have to, nothing against the Packers. If she pops in, she's probably listening, but nothing against the Packers, but, got to go for my team. So, that's that rivalry got to go on. So, Oh, Walltown might be working anyway. Might not even be home. I'll probably do what I did the other night, run this sucker on the other platform later. Content. Go watch the rest of the But yeah, I'm fired up. What's Cajun working on? I don't know. You
My
working
little
on
mini clippers, the spring, put
oh,
it back together. I don't know, a couple of months ago.
everybody's picking the Packers to win. Well, I hadn't heard that, but it's probably true. They always pick against the Saints. That's fine. Let them all pick against the Saints. I'm good. I don't know why they picked the Packers. The Packers got Jordan Love. Who the hell else they got? I couldn't name one other player on that damn team. I mean, but you Walltown, you up there in Packerland. You got to tell them cheeseheads, look, I'm a Saints fan, and we're going to kick your ass tomorrow. Deal with it. So, See, we send everybody to all of these NFL cities so we can take over the world. Walltown volunteered to go to Green Bay or Wisconsin. I don't know where, but so he's our NFL delegate in Wisconsin. When the cheeseheads get out of line, he's like, listen, the Saints are better, and that's just it. Deal with it. Now, Green Bay, I read a story where they're not going to take the second-round draft pick this year because of Rodgers playing 4 snaps. They're going to wait until a year after, which is stupid because obviously they want that first-round pick, but I would have been like, just take the second rounder and just, Yeah, you know how the Saints only have the fourth highest defense. They're ranked number 4 overall. And I don't know how they're ranked number 4. I don't see 3 better teams. Apparently the Cowboys are better than the Saints in defense. I don't get that. But how, I don't know. 10 straight games, the Saints have held opponents to under 20 points. So, of course, like Cam Jordan said, last year was a different team, which, half the defense went to the Panthers. You can see what happens there. We hurt Bryce Young. We hurt him bad because Andy Dalton's going to be starting tomorrow. Whoever the Panthers play. I think the Panthers play the Seahawks. I call them the Sea Chickens. But, I mean, no, we're not going to have Marcus May because, the commissioner started whacking in his usual thing and suspending him for 3 games. But that's fine. But we ain't even at 100%. Nah, Bridgewater's sitting there in line. Bridgewater's playing for the Lions. That's Grumpy Grandpa's problem now. I mean, basically right now. I mean, now Derek Carr's got better numbers. But when we had Teddy Bridgewater, he didn't do shit. He threw 1 game for 300 yards, and we went 5-0 because of the defense. The Saints are winning these games because of the defense. Now, Carr is better than Bridgewater, but that's, not saying a whole lot because there's a lot of teams out there, Burt Cousins is better than Bridgewater. But, I mean, if Bridgewater was any good, he would have signed with the Broncos. I've seen him play. Howden's pretty good. He was I think 6th round draft pick last year, 5th or 6th round. Oh no, we ain't gonna miss a beat. We are not. Carl Granderson is fucking awesome. They need to re-sign him. They need to sign him to a contract. Of course, usually the Saints players they don't re-sign the contracts. The defensive guys they usually let them go. We let like four of our top starters from last year go. We still balling. I mean, as long as you got Cam Jordan and Mario Davis sitting there 1-2, But it's like Al Woods, defensive coordinator, Saints said. That's why we drafted him. But I mean, they can stick a Honey Badger can play safety. How is Wilson doing? I don't know. The Broncos 0-2. I tell you this though. Oh, they re-signed them today? Okay, I didn't check out the Saints news today. I have to retweet that on the We Are the Who Dat Nation Twitter page. 4 years, $53 million. Well, that's a lot of money for Granderson, but he's been kicking some ass. Brian Breesy is putting a lot of quarterback pressures also. I don't think he's got a sack yet, but he come pretty damn close. He had a sack, and then they called it back in week 1. But he's got a lot of quarterback hits and pressures. So I like the defense. Offensive, they need to do what they did last week. Give Taysom the ball. If Taysom gets 100, 200 yards, kick return, punt return, they need to throw. They only threw to Taysom once last week. I don't think Taysom's got a catch this year. Or maybe he's got one. Oh, okay. I haven't been checking the Twitter today. But I guarantee it's probably a fourth-year void. Yeah, I'm going to check it in the morning because, in the morning I do during Saints game day. I'm usually on John Hendricks or John DeSazier or Nick Underhill, and I usually retweet and put in my own thoughts, and I kind of retweet play-by-play of the game. I do it on Facebook too, but Facebook I only do the scoring. The Facebook page is almost at 20,000 again. I lost like 3,000 followers when they had that whole kneeling thing. They're like, oh, I'm not going to watch NFL anymore. And they all started deleting my channel and just like, Well, Davenport sucks. I mean, he went to the Vikings, and what has he done? Not a goddamn thing. I wouldn't have paid Davenport $13 million because Davenport gets injured a lot. Davenport played one game and tore his hamstring. Well, or whatever he's dealing with now, his neck or his, I don't know what the hell he's dealing with, but Granderson's a beast. So I'm good. Granderson got re-signed. That's that's good. But I thought we should have re-signed Trey Henderson a few years ago. We got rid of Von Bell. I don't know why. I didn't know he was with the Panthers until we played him last week. But we should have kept him. I thought we should have kept Shy Tuttle, but it is what it is. You got to make cuts. You got to salary cap sucks. You got to, there's only so much of the pie, and you got to put 53 players into that pie. So I get it. But, I mean, Davenport ain't doing shit. Tuttle didn't do shit. What's his name that played good for the defense last year? He's not doing shit this year, so I'm not saying it's one-hit wonders or anything. Now Trey Henderson has been lights out for the Bengals, so he's been playing up to his contract. I wish we would have re-signed him. But, I get it. The Saints didn't have they didn't have a lot of money. I get it, so what the hell does Thomas have to do with the defense? Michael Thomas ain't got nothing to do with the defense. He didn't even play defense. Offense is stacked. Michael Thomas. I got Michael Thomas, Chris Olave on my fantasy team. I don't lose. 2-0. Don't lose. Well, the other one's 1-1, but that was a bullshit call. But so yeah, I haven't checked my Twitter today, but I that's mad props. People going, where are we getting this money from? You get this money. Michael Thomas restructured his contract at the beginning of the season. He's only getting paid like $6 million this year. So, that's why they invented void contracts. That 4-year contract, $52 million, he's probably only getting like 30 or 40 guaranteed. And then they void out the last year of the contract. I don't know why we gave Cesar Ruiz all that money, but yeah. Well, it's not everybody gives credit to Mickey Loomis. It's actually Kai Hartley and that other guy that does the can't remember the guy's name. There is one guy on the Saints that's his salary cap. He's the one that kind of recommends to Kai Hartley, and then Kai Hartley recommends to Loomis. But Loomis gets the credit because he's a general manager. But yeah, they get all this money out of thin air. They spread it around, but they spread it to where, like the first year or two, you don't take a big hit. And that's like year 3, year 4, then the salary cap hit takes on. But any contract out there, you can turn into a roster bonus very easily. I actually think Elvis the Saints do a wonderful job on salary cap. Probably the best in the league. because we keep getting all these good players and paying them less than nothing. So, hey, and yeah, we let players go and then they've done better things at other places, but that's all NFL teams. That's all how they do it. Nothing spectacular. No, I think it was 70 million over the cap at that point. Yeah, we were like ass and salary cap hell. So, yep. Loomis knows how to run it. They know what they're doing. So, I mean, like 4 years, 52 million isn't what we call a big contract, but they fit it in to that piece of pie. Honestly, what they probably did was just ripped up his contract. It says contract extension. They probably rip up the contract, and then he gets paid for what he gets paid this year, and they factor in the other 4 years like that. That's usually how they do it. So, but yeah, I'm proud of Carl Granderson. I think the Saints should go re-sign Landry. He's sitting out there somewhere. I mean, if the Saints were full of LSU players, we win the Super Bowl every year. Every goddamn year. And prove me wrong. You'd have Joe Burrow as the quarterback. You'd have Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson as your top 2 receivers. Are you serious? You ain't going to stop them. You can't. Now, I know Burrow's kind of hurt with that calf injury. Someone said he should sit out 4 games. I'm leaning towards him playing tomorrow just because the Bengals are 0-2 and you don't want to get that 0-3 cap. You don't want to get in that cellar. That's just what I'm thinking on that one. But, you got to that's why you play the games. The battle of the Chargers-Vikings, the battle of the winless teams, 0-2. Whoever loses that game, going to be in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. I mean, the Chargers are in that division with the Chiefs, so you can't go too far down. So they got some good games tomorrow. But I know the Saints are going to win, so no doubt in my mind. I'll do a live stream tomorrow night. That way I have all the facts and information, set up. Because after the game's over, I'm probably going to go somewhere and do some stuff and celebrate. Or I got some errands to run or some shit. And I don't know. I'll figure something out. There's always something that pops up on there. But I was trying to get back in my We Are the Who Dat Nation YouTube page. I can't get back into that page. I'm locked out of that one. That's why I haven't been able to broadcast on it. Nah, there's a lot of Goose Sports does the play-by-play on the Saints games. There's like 5 or 6 people that already do play-by-play on Saints games. Why? I'm gonna have the same amount of people I have in the stream now. 1 if I do a play-by-play. Don't make much sense. Goose will sit there and do the play-by-play. I don't do play-by-play during the Saints games because I have too many things to do. I'm on the Twitter. I'm on the Facebook. I'm on the other website updating the scores. I have a lot to do during the Saints game, so it's kind of like I can't do play-by-play at the same time while I'm doing this, that, and the other. It's just kind of difficult. I'll put the you know what I should do on Twitch? I should run the Saints game. I'll probably get a copyright off of that shit. Mike Hoss and Deuce McAllister with the call of the game. Deuce was like, what the hell? What the hell, bro? Deuce does live tweeting during the Saints game. I know that. He'll say something on the air, and then like 5 seconds later, he'll type it into Twitter or X. It's called X, by the way, but we ain't going to call it that because, it's been Twitter for 20 years. So, it's called X because of Elon Musk said, "Nah, I got too many X's out there. We'll just call it X," and that's what it is. But I wonder what they did with the sign. They took the sign down. I wonder what they did with that.
What's
The Twitter sign outside
the
their
X?
headquarters. Well,
The
Twitter's not
bird or
called
the X?
the bird. They took that down.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's not called. I mean, it's X, but it still says Twitter.com.
That's
But
that'll change.
yeah, but I mean, it's got the logo of X, but outside there, what you call it? It's they had that logo. So, oh, that's Walltown tagging me. Oh, PFF. Okay, yeah, PFF did it. That's it. That's all the Saints cleared. Huh. Gets the most guaranteed for an undrafted linebacker ever. $21.38 million. Granson's going to earn by next May. Saints only cleared $200,000 in salary cap space for this year. Just looking into the, but yeah, it's PFF guy. This guy, former Vikings legal intern. So he used to be with the Vikings. So put a grain of salt into that. We'll take it from Nick Underhill. And that's the top. If Nick Underhill, John Hendricks, and DeShazer. But he only reported this 4 hours ago. So Jamal Williams went on the IR, so he's out 4 games. I got rid of his. Paul Sinadiso is out. Damn. But Isaac Yiadom is going to start opposite Lattimore. Well, we still got this. It's Yeah, you get paid the same as Davenport, and Davenport sucks ass. So that's not bad of a deal. Really isn't. Well, I can't mail a TV. So that'll just be a nice little project.
All he's got to do is bring the TV to his aunt's house in the trunk of the car.
That thing ain't gonna fit. And even if I wanted to do that, I would get vetoed 100 times. Trust me. Be like, no.
Or if there's a replaceable card in it, a board that you can just pull out, like on the Curtis Mathis TV and the old RCAs. Well, some of the old RCAs, but Curtis Mathis was known for that. But some TVs have a board you can just pull it out, pull the board out, and I can change the parts over. You just put the board back in.
I think that it's been a while since I opened it up. It's been years. Well, it was working. It was working when I moved. It's just that I guess when we moved the TV and moved it and something got loose. I don't know. Something else got loose because when we came here and I plugged it in, it didn't work. So it was working.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the TV that's in your room that has that line on it.
Oh, I have no idea. That thing's never come across. It's still sitting there. I haven't moved it yet. I might do it in the morning.
Why you
I get lazy. I want to pick it up. Kind of, but in my room, there's a step down. You have to go up, down, and in the front room, up, down. So I got the RCA. My brother left this big 32-inch RCA TV. There's no remote to it, but I have a universal remote, that big freaking remote. I'd have to get the code, go online, get the code, type in the code so I can do it, because that still works. I plugged it in a few weeks ago. That works. Just take the antenna, hook it to that one, and then take the ILO and stick it in that room. Hopefully it stays there. There's no guarantee it'll stay there. I'll wake up one morning, that thing will be gone. And I ain't got no room to stick it in I ain't got no room in here to put it. I already got enough junk in here. That's why I'm cleaning my room to try to make space. But that ILO held up almost 15 years, so not too bad. That got that line, that backwards line, that's been like that for 12 years because I dropped it. When I moved it in here, I dropped it. And it got that backwards kind of mirror thing on the top. So I thought, okay, I got 2 more years of it. So it lasted 12 more years after I dropped it. So, and I would go to sleep with the TV on. And maybe if I turned the TV off, it'd still be working now. But, that stuff's, it's still plugged in. I haven't even turned it on since. But one of these days, I'll turn it back on. It'll fix itself. Maybe. That'd be something. I turn it on. Look, it fixed itself. It's amazing. So it's something like that. Let's see. See if anybody added me on Kick today. Well, probably not because I haven't added anybody. I'm up to 8 follows on that platform. Huh. Not too bad. I get to 75. And you start making some cash there. So get that off.
Too tight.
Huh?
Too tight.
Turn it to a fishbowl.
There we go.
I guess you
Got
could.
my clippers back working. When I was in the hospital, the first time, the second time, Missy bought me this. It's a wall, like 20, 25 bucks.
I've seen those before.
So I could clip, And anyway, I got it working.
You press the button, it dyes all the beard.
Yeah, it's working. What it did, I took the head off. I didn't take it off the right way. I unscrewed it, I was going to take it apart. I didn't know all you did was this.
Yeah, the one I have, you just take the head off because well, you do that because a lot of times they'll give you different head settings where you could, for trimming.
I got the different headsets. I got the nose clippers and all that. I didn't know you did this. I never read the instructions. So
yeah, that's how you do it.
I lost the charger. So I don't know. I'm going to look up what charger goes in here because I got a bunch of. I got a power supply where I can charge this back.
Yeah, you can probably find a generic one to use.
What, a charger? I got
probably
buttload of wall warts, but none of them fit in there. None of them fit in that little hole. That's a little bitty hole. I mean, I think I got one that fit in there, but I don't know. I think I do. I'm not sure. If I got one small enough, it won't fit. I don't know if I might have. What if it shows the battery volts on here?
It's got to show the voltage.
Use WNT4 charger. That's all it says. WNT4.
Stick it in the Google.
Look that up. Let me look that up. WNT4 charger. Then I'll get the information on it, and I'll kick it with
everything. AC, DC voltage, yeah.
I got one on Amazon for $10. 4-volt power cord. Wait a minute. That's for 9818 9685. Okay, yeah, mine's a 9685. I mean, it's a nice clipper, you know, but I lost brand new. I lost the charger. So I tried to tear it apart to get to the battery because I'm pretty sure it's got an 18650 battery. And I got chargers for those. But you got to take the battery out of the clipper and put it in the charger for the 18650. I made my own. I've got the, it's hard to explain. Let me get one. I'll show you.
Yeah, I work independent now.
Almost the one I had made up to a buddy of mine, but hell, I got a bunch of them. Make them for hardly nothing. $1. What's that? There's 5 right here. Just pop it apart. Right there. There's your charger. Plug your USB port in. Right here.
Ain't too bad.
Your Type-C card. And you starter right here. You got the holes right here. The positive and negative. Put your little wires in there. Solder them. Plug it in. Put your 2 wires to here. Positive and negative related, of course. All right. Plug this in. You got wires coming from here. Going to this. Plug this in. Put your battery in here. 18650. And boom, you're done. But hell, I ordered these, but I think I ordered 10 of these. I done sold a few of them. Gidry Wholesale sells these. Mamulu's in it. Imagine that. Yeah. Gidry Wholesale. Gidry. Who knows to the max. Anyway, I tried to get the battery out of them. And, but, I mean, I got the spudgers, but I'm like, oh, hell, I didn't know you'd do this and that. So I put it back together. I thought I put it back together right. I didn't. So, no. The spring was in wrong. All that crap. Yeah, positive, negative. We got all the good, got all the good Teflon wire that goes on it. It's a little Buckenberger, little miniature power supply. So it is.
Doctor Who's saying weird words now.
Yeah, see, I use that clipper when they get this long. Use a regular big clipper, like I got from Harbor Freight. I just cut it short and then I can shave. Because, man, razors, oh boy, a razor with that, I'll ruin a razor in a heartbeat with that. And that's only 5 days old right there. I know some people, they'll go 2 weeks, they can't even grow what I just shaved.
Mine grows pretty fast.
Oh, yeah, mine's tough too, it's thick. Man, the hairs are thick. I swear, Missy pulls out a gray hair, and they got a root on it, man, the size of my pinky fingernail. Damn,
I've seen those too, yeah.
man. I think I shoved the charger in here, and I got it to charge a little bit. I forget which charger it was, and I forgot the voltage on it. Which one I even used.
Be right back. I need some water.
All righty. .2 volts, 150 milliamps. Oh, that's on eBay. I don't know what that's for though. Type WNT4, class 2. Okay, well, a volt, 1.2 volts. That's all. This one here says 4.2 volts. Oh, that might be my trimmer that has 4.2 volts in it. Power source chargers. I might have that. I have to get my box of wall warts out. I got a Coke case. Coke flats. Had that thing's full of chargers. Wall wart chargers. My thing might be in there. Might be in the bathroom or pantry closet. Let's see. What is the 96? Right. 9685. Oh, nope, that won't fit mine. Nope, that one won't work on mine. I think my dyslexia kicked in. 9685. Yeah, okay. Well, as long as it's the same charger, WNT4. Yeah, man, 685. Wall USA, $13. Free delivery over $25. Yeah, it gets you every time. I get one here for $4 off of AliExpress. China. Oh well. I just get my box of warts out. See if it one fits. I think I did that already though.
All right. Drink a bunch of water, start coughing.
Ain't got no ice water right by you in the big old glass.
No, I drank some. No, I got a bunch of water in the fridge. That's cold.
Yeah, for you. See a big old coffee mug like that. Put you some ice and lemonade in there, and you'd be good to go.
Yeah. Well, no, I was drinking some during. I was drinking some. I had two things. I just drank 2 things of water. So I said number 3. I was talking all of a sudden. Couldn't stop coughing. I had some cough drops too.
I'll be
Still got
right back.
blockage. I still got this kind of like cold kind of symptom. Not like a cold, but it's, I don't know, more like sinus pressure. I've had it for a week or 2 now. So
I'll be right back. I gotta go look for something. I think I know where my charger might be.
all right. This unofficial, not official Lean Off the Dock moment is brought to you by, well, hell, you can see it right there. It's right there on the screen. The Grumpus of Stachys L-Tyrus. He handles it. He ships it long as you handle it. Or something like that. I don't know. That's you, isn't that, Elvis? Kirk MVP is you. Has to be. They followed me 4 hours ago. That's interesting. It's got to be you. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. I'm going to be like, Kirk for MVP, my middle finger, Butt-Insky. Kirk Cousins wins the MVP when hell froze over 32 times in a row. Yeah, that's Elvis. Wait, you ain't fooling anybody, Elvis. I know that's you. Kirk MVP. I know that's you. I know it. I know it. So I know it. Well, that was Cajun for a second. That charge is gonna be right there. You're gonna look and he's gonna go, there it is. It's in the freezer. Say what? Say Willie. Say who? Say Willie. Say hey. Say Willie. It's the Willie Mays theme song. Say why? Say Willie. And that was the greatest story ever told.
Damn, I missed a good story.
No, I just said that.
Yeah,
I was talking a little bit here and there, but I'd be like, let's make up something. Then when Cajun comes back, he'd be like, oh man, you said that again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who Kirk MVP is on Twitch that followed me 4 hours ago. Must be Elvis, who swore up and down he'd never be on Twitch. He swore it. Then he's like, I gotta go check out this Stony guy. Man. He should have named it Kirk MVP. Elvis is awesome. So
got one that'll fit right here.
You
know what? Six volts. Too much. That's some more to roll on. That ain't. Dang. And there's a stick full. Oh, and it's AC too, that one. So yeah, I want that. DC. That's two little. Oh boy, that's a little bitty one there.
That is a small one. I'm gonna replay this on there tonight. Is that you, Elvis? Are you Kirk MVP? Because Stoney streams. If you haven't been in Stoney stream, he streams at 8 or 9 in the morning on Saturday, Sunday. I can be like, look, here's the Vikings fan. You two go at it and have fun. I'll just sit in the back. No, I was playing games on Twitch for a while. Lately, I just usually do at night. I usually just play the rain. I might just replay this sucker. Let it go. 2 hours of content. I don't know. It says Kirk MVP. Yeah, is that you on Twitch? I want to make sure that's you, because I don't want some random person coming up in there and just saying shit, and I'll be like, "Who the hell is this?" I've been getting these random people following me on Twitch. I'll do a live stream. I just won't be live. I'll just have it set playing rain. I'm tired after this one. This one ain't gonna go much longer because I'm getting tired after that. But I'm just gonna 2-3 hours of revenue. When I change my TV out, I'll go back to playing games and stuff. But Stoney comes on at 9 o'clock in the morning, Saturday, Sunday, generally. There's bullshit. He'd be in full Vikings uniform and be like, "So, Stoney, you root for the Vikings, huh?"
So they went to.
I'm just saying that's you on Twitch. Though. Gotta be. But yeah, I've been playing the rain at night on there. People listen. Mm-hmm.
That works. What you do? You just go live and then shoot the breeze for a little while.
Yeah.
You put it on the rain.
Well, I was playing games for the longest time, but then I haven't done it since my TV went out, and I never switched the TV out. So, I'll just take a YouTube stream. One of those rain things, and play it on Twitch for 8 hours, and I get ad revenue. Some people would chat in between. If Miss Walltown came in or somebody came in, they said, "Hey, what's up?" Then I would stop it and I would chat. Saints fan 361 or, like the other day I replayed the YouTube stream, and I got like 27 views. Might do that tonight. Just replay this one. Just for ad revenue. Say, why the hell not? So shout out to Twitch when y'all listening and saying, "Hey, that's me. They're talking about me."
I didn't find my charger, but I did find that's for the nose clipper, nose hair, and this one that's a shaver. You can shave with it.
Yeah,
it's like one of those Norelco floating heads. There's no way this thing would shave me right now. Ain't no way. Maybe the morning after I shaved, shave at like 4 in the afternoon, real close with a razor. And then the next day, past this, that might work.
Maybe so.
No, that's what it is now. Gotta be. Hmm. There it is. It's working. Let me know. I wonder if you can buy the accessories at Walmart. I wonder if you can buy just that.
I don't know, maybe.
No. That was wishful thinking. That tough old beard. The grizzly bear hair I got. Old silverback ape.
I'm sure they make one just for that. The toughest of beards. Like
Oh,
12
this one got it. This one we'll trim it. Need to pass a little oil on. Oh, I got some oil right here. I found the oil. I found a little bit of comb. I found everything but the charger. I got the little protector for it, the blade
It should
protector.
be with it.
I got this. No, like I said, I got a little cute. Look how cute. I don't know what this size is for. Oh, that's for that. Oh, it might be for maybe like that. I doubt it.
Well, we have established that MVP Kirk is Elvis on Twitch.
It's just a grip. Oil right here. And a brush. Sure do need the oil. Got to cut this thing. That ain't. Oh well.
We have gotten you to the dark side, my friend. Welcome to the dark side. There's cookies over there. The dark side of the force.
That on there.
You should follow Stony05. That's the one I tell you about on the Vikings. He's like, hey, I'm like, what? Give him some shit. He plays he does the Vikings horn after somebody follows him and goes, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. Woo. He does that every time somebody follows him on the Twitch land. Once in a blue moon, he comes on my Twitch stream, and I go, what's the matter with your team? I don't know. Well, thank you for following me, Elvis, of course. I got one more. Yay.
Bought me a nice little bag to put my stuff in. My parts bag.
Yeah.
ESD safe and all that crap. I put all my stuff
on there.
in here. Zip tie. Zip lock.
Yeah. There's a Vikings player that's on Twitch. I can't remember his name. He's an old Vikings player from like the 80s or the 90s, but he doesn't stream, but he's in people's chats. I can't remember his name. But I'm sure there's Vikings players that are on Twitch because I know there's one former Saints player and there's Jamar Chase is on there every day, but give Stoney shit on there. You type in !Cousins, and he goes, his name is Bert. He hasn't earned the name Kirk yet. So I go, Kurt. And he goes, it's not Kurt, it's Bert. I go, okay. Yeah. That way you can tell him how a true Vikings fan is supposed to act.
Hell, even the Clippers are fit in here.
Well, there you go.
Hell yeah. Where do we come? That'll work. Thank you for the idea, Phil guy.
I gave it to you, sure.
I'll give you credit for it. No problem. Just wish I could find the charger. But if I can get the battery out of there, and I hate to put 6 volts when the other chargers are. I think that one charger said 1.2 volts.
No, because he don't like. He calls Kirk Cousins Bert. He's like, don't call him Kurt. Don't call him Kirk. Oh, Kurt.
Hell, you've been on here 2 hours. You fixing to get off, ain't you? Get out of here.
In a few minutes, I am. Yeah,
that's what I thought.
I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry. I ate this morning that egg, sausage, and bacon sandwich, but
I'm not hungry. I ate a big plate of spaghetti and meatballs before I came on stream, son.
Yeah, Missy cooked some green onion sausage.
Yeah, that's him, Elvis.
It's pork sausage, but it's not smoked. It's green. It's not smoked. We call that green sausage or green onion sausage. And anyway, I hadn't had anything to eat since this morning, and Missy cooked that morning. It was smelling good earlier too. She cooked it early. She cooked it about 6. So it doesn't cool down. By the time I heat it up, it's like they say the next day when you reheat it, it's better. Yeah, it's gonna be just like that. Sausage, with a gravy.
Yeah, it doesn't lose its flavor, taste. Yeah. Most cases, it's better.
I don't know if she put any tasso in there or not, though. Hope so. But I like it just with sausage. It don't matter. And I like when she puts potatoes in the gravy. Cut up potatoes, chunky, like that. Just cube them up, throw in potatoes in that gravy. Oh, boy.
You can't miss Cajuns. It's got the picture of his logo. He just can't get in it right now because, Twitch is being a pain to him. But that's it.
But it's twitch.tv/Cajun Corner Hunt.
He's got 15 followers, so he hadn't done anything on there yet. But
no, Phil Guy got me almost every one. I got you one, Phil Guy. I think he got you. Custom T-shirt printing.
Well, not everybody that's on YouTube has the same name on Twitch, so sometimes it's kind of like, who are you? And so
no, he has the same name, Custom T-shirts printing.
I don't think he follows me on there on Twitch.
Well, he will, because I told him about you the other day. He said, I'm following you, Cajun. So, okay. He says, I see you. You're not active. And I'm like, what? I thought he was talking about YouTube. He said, I see you're not active on Twitch.
Yeah.
You're not logged in, whatever. I'm like, no, I can't log in. But he was looking. I guess you can see this green dot or something if you're on there.
It'll tell you offline. Yeah. And it'll show your past videos.
Yeah, you're offline. That's what he said. You're offline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you would have did a past video, it would have had a picture in the right-hand corner, and you could click that and watch that. But, yeah.
All right. Phil guy, appreciate you sending me the link. Appreciate you having me up. Appreciate you
Anytime.
talking about the game, which if I'd have watched the whole game, I could have seen some other plays and stuff. I sent you a clip of that catch. I mean,
Oh, yeah, I'll go check it out. Yeah.
it's just a 10-second or whatever, but I sent you a clip of that bad call they put on it. Like I said, half a second. I mean, the guy was in midair. There's no way he could have avoided the quarterback.
No, but you know how them refs are. They got to call. It was right in front of them, so he had to call it. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Kind of a
But I
bullshit
mean,
call,
like
but
you said, they ought to have a
Cajun can't get into his Twitch stream, so he can't see the message on there.
you have to send it to my email. CajunCoinHunter64@gmail.com.
Yeah, for whatever reason, they won't let him on, and he's trying to reset everything, and they don't give him, That's what happened to Treasure Woman. The same thing. I got her up to like 37 followers, and she can't get into her Twitch thing, so she's just like, I'm done with it. Well, I'm like, because people asking me, and Stoney's asking me, is he streaming? Is he streaming? And I said, well, Twitch's giving him problems with the, we can't get back in. Yeah. So.
All right, guys. Y'all know the routine. It's good being north of the grass. Y'all stay safe. Be that way. Be that way. Stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later. Plutarch.
See you later, Cajun. There we go. LSU 34, Bacon 31. I don't know if I do a Twitch stream tonight. It's going to be a replay because I don't have 2 hours in me. I'll see. I might set up a replay, but you can still chat in it, and I'll still chat back. But lately I've been just running the rain for like 6 hours, 8 hours, so I can get some achievements and get some goals. And, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can give one free subscriber a month over there and support that way. Or if you buy the bits, you can donate the bits and all that jazz. But yeah, Cajun can't see any messages right now because he can't get into his thing. But anyway, if you're on Twitch, you should, Yeah, it's if I run one, I might. But anyways, I'm going to end this sucker. I got to recharge my laptop. So if I start one, it'll be in the next couple of minutes. Usually when I do that, I'm in the front room and I'm not in the same spot. So like the other night, I ran the YouTube replay. I got like 27 views. I'm like, okay, well, hey, they want to listen to it. Well, But then you'll see the list on there. It's all bots. You'll see like 20 names and then it'll only say 2 viewers. On Twitch, they have all the bots that show up. They don't say nothing. They don't do anything. They just, whatever. But, all right, folks. Well, I'm going to end this sucker. Who dat? Go Tigers. And all that jazz. Night.